Everyone says that product videography takes hours of editing, but I'll show you how to do it within minutes using n8n and AI agents. So let's do a live demo. Click on Execute Workflow, and then we'll type a brief image of what we want the product ad to be. So I'll type a coffee mug being used in a busy cafe. And then I'll upload the image, and then we'll click Upload. And we're done. So let's check the results. Wow, that's amazing. And it was all done with AI in under a minute. So here's how it works. We first add a form node that allows the user to add an image description as well as upload the image. We'll then upload the file to a Google Drive so that our image is saved to a known folder. In this case, I'm saving it to my drive, Images. Next, we'll activate our AI agent. This step turns the image description from the form into two AI prompts, one for the image generation and one for the video generation. Now to do this, we need to pass through the image description to the user prompt. And then I've also developed a system message which defines the instructions that our AI agent needs to follow. So I've given our AI agent the role of an AI product videography designer, and their job is to transform a short product or brand idea into two separate outputs. The first output is an image prompt, and the second output is a video prompt. So we'll need the image prompt to create a professional image of our mug, and we'll need a video prompt so we can create the product ad. So if you want the full prompt, just sign up to my automation vault where you get all these free templates ready to plug and play. The next step is to download the original image that we uploaded in the form. We'll then need to convert the image to base 64 string so that we can upload it to our Gemini endpoint in order to create the professional video. So our next step is to download the file from Google Drive, and you'll see we're just referencing the ID of the file that we previously uploaded. After that, we'll need to convert the image to base 64 string. So we'll use an extract from file node, and we're just passing through the image data from the previous download Gmail node. And you'll see the output of this extract from file node is a base 64 string, which we're going to feed into our Gemini node next. Next, we'll use a HTTP request node to call the Gemini edit node. And all we're doing here is we're posting to the Gemini 2.5 endpoint, and we're passing through our credentials, and we've added some headers. And then in our send body, I'm actually using JSON. And if you look at the result, you can see we've passed through our image prompt, which is a hyper-realistic premium coffee mug placed predominantly on a rustic wooden table. And we've passed through the base 64 string so that the Gemini endpoint can use it to create our professional image. And then I've added a JSON code node. This JavaScript code ensures that we get the right information we need to pass it into our next node. After the JSON code, we'll split it into two branches. The top branch is where we're going to upload that professionally edited video to our Google Drive, and then we're going to append the row into our Google Sheet. And you'll see all I've done here is I'm referencing my image inventory, Sheet 1, and I've mapped the ID, name, web view link, image prompt, as well as a preview so that we have it all logged in our Google Sheet. And you'll be able to see the output from column E all the way to column A. If we go down to our second branch, you can see that we've got a move binary data. What we're doing here is transforming the binary data back into JSON so that we can send it to our Runway ML model in order to produce our product ad. So if we click into our move binary data, you can see that I'm just transforming it from base 64 into JSON. We then use a HTTP request to call our Runway ML endpoint, and I'm using the image to video endpoint here. Underneath for the header parameters, I'm just choosing the 2024 model. And then again in the JSON, I'm specifying the data type, the image prompt, the video prompt, the model I'm using, the ratio, how long I want it, and what the seed is. When we successfully call this endpoint, it will give us an ID. Now we'll use this ID to get our video, but because it takes some time for our product ad to be produced, you'll need to add a wait step. So I've just added 30 seconds before I try and get the video. The get video is another HTTP request node, but this time I'm passing through the ID that we got back from the previous node. If the product ad has been generated, you'll see that the status is equal to succeeded, as well as the URL to download the video. But sometimes videos take a little bit longer than 30 seconds. So what I do afterwards is I have a check if it's still running, and all I'm doing here is checking the status is equal to running. If it's true, then we'll wait another 10 seconds and then we'll try get the video again. If it isn't, then we'll go and combine all our outputs into this merge field. In the merge field, I'm combining the outputs from the append row as well as the outputs from the Runway ML. The output will be one JSON payload with all of the information we need to update our Google spreadsheet. And then finally, I'm going to go ahead and update the rows. Again, I'm looking at the image inventory, sheet 1, I'm matching it on ID, and I'm going to update the following fields: image URL, video URL, and video prompt. So if we go back to our Google Sheet, you'll see image prompt, video URL, as well as video prompt. This allows us to click on the video URL to view our product ad. That's how simple it is to automate your product videography. If you want this full workflow, sign up to my automation vault, the link's in the bio, and don't forget to subscribe for more n8n tutorials.